Hello, everybody. I hope our audio sounds wonderful. We're also live on Instagram trying to get these people over.
Yes.
I'm a voice actor, as some of you know, so I brought up my fancy voice actor mic to see if it would make, a good difference. Let's hear what. I hope our audio sounds wonderful. I think that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Vegan Yums. I'm here.
She's here. If you're here, let us know in the chat.
Yeah, say hi.
Say hi.
We have some pretty, as you read in the title, some pretty incredible vegan sushi. We got the platter since we didn't want to have to make any decisions. But some of this faux fish at the top here. This is a vegan sushi restaurant in Toronto, and they have some very incredible vegan faux fish, which has been blowing our dang minds because it's we don't have any of this in Toronto. This is the very first
all vegan sushi place.
Yeah.
Hi, Maria Jose. Hi, Pablo. Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
The sound is awesome, Catherine says.
Whee!
And then we got some dumplings.
Some steamed dumplings in peanut sauce. Let me try and get it to focus so you guys can get a good idea of what's going on here.
Wow.
Wowie wow.
Emily says hello and welcome back, Taylor.
Hello, thank you. I had a great time at the cottage. I don't know if you can hear me all the way over there, but we'll let you know. We'll let you know how good it is.
Need you to refocus.
I will refocus.
Maybe
I'm also adjusting lights. My boyfriend we were doing some reaction videos before this, and my boyfriend, we're all bartenders at this point, but my boyfriend made us each one margarita, and we're sort of buzzed. So this may be a bit unhinged, but it is what it is.
Make sure to watch out for we did an Earthling Ed, we reacted to Earthling Ed doing campus debates, and we started drinking the margarita at the beginning of that reaction, and by the end it's very silly, so definitely watch that reaction.
Keep an eye out for that, definitely, yeah. Okay. Woo! Let's jump into, I guess, the sushi first.
Let's jump into the sushi.
Yeah. So grab a thing. It's going to be interesting working around the microphone. Should I get little plates?
Well, yeah. Then we can hold it up. In other news, guys, I got my second vaccine, so I am 100% vaccinated. I got Moderna both times, although it is safe to mix from what studies are saying, and I feel bulletproof. I haven't even had a bad reaction to it. It's been 3 days. My arm hurt a little bit, but nothing crazy. So I'm very pleased. And you're half vaccinated.
I'm halfway there.
But you're looking out for your second one.
Yeah, I've tried twice to book my vaccine. The first time there was some complications with my area code, because I've been, as many people in Toronto do, I move a lot, and so it didn't. Yeah. I didn't remember what area code they had registered in the system, and my most recent ones weren't on it. So I eventually did figure out which area code I was supposed to use by that time, all of the appointments, I guess, were booked up or something. So I'll keep trying. I'll keep my ear to the ground. So
what do you want to try first?
Well, I'm first. Maria Jose, and you'll still need to get mine.
Are you looking up what these are?
Yeah, I'm looking up what they are.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have.
Yes. Catherine is getting her second dose on Tuesday. I love that for you, Catherine.
Very exciting.
We're bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet.
The vibrato. Ricochet.
You take your aim. Broadway. Old Broadway.
Unhinged, off the rails. Okay, so this sushi platter, do you want to hold it up while I explain what it is? Maybe we can kind of point and figure out
I don't know which ones are which.
We have no idea.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
We've got a rainbow roll, which maybe this looks like a rainbow. So I think this is the whole rainbow roll.
Okay.
We got a California roll.
That maybe, I don't know. That
this, I think, or maybe this one, because I think it's this one because there's avocado in it. Soy ebi, oh my gosh, tempura roll.
I don't know.
Probably that one. It looks like it's tempura-y. You can't see any of this because it's very blurry. Crispy avocado roll, which probably is this one with the avocados. King mushroom roll. I don't know.
That one maybe?
This one? Yeah. And also a sweet yam roll.
That one.
So that is what we got here. So I'm very excited. I'm going to try this rainbow roll. We should each have like a piece from the rainbow roll. This one to me is the most intriguing, the red in the rainbow roll.
Do you think that's a pepper on top? Kind of looks like a red pepper.
It has like
to
a
me.
red kind of wiggly thing going on there.
It looks like a red pepper.
It smells so good. And we have one thing of soy sauce. Let me get an individual soy sauce thing for us too.
I'm going to eat this. I think it looks like a red pepper or a sun-dried tomato.
Dee-dee-dee.
I don't know what it is, but it's tasty. Thanks. Wow.
Here we go.
Try it and tell me what you think the red thing on top is.
I will. We have a limited space here. Okay.
Do it.
Catherine says sweet yam roll is always my go-to. 100%. So good. All right, here we go.
What do you think the red thing is?
I think that it's tofu skin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna try the sashimi one. Because I've never tried this before. I'm gonna show it to them. So it looks very. Oh, it came off a little bit, but. Oh Lord. It's slippery. I'm really struggling, guys. Oh.
You can see it looks a lot like salmon.
Yeah. And if I can get it on my chopsticks, I will.
Yeah, it looks a lot like salmon, and it's made out of seaweed.
Oh my gosh, it's really good.
So it's going to be omega rich.
Wow.
Which we love.
Wow.
So yeah, this place in Toronto is really incredible.
It's family owned too.
Love that.
Um,
Oh, so good.
Okay, let's get into the content.
Let's get into the content. Let's go. And Mom, yes, they are amazing. So, first things first, we're a little overwhelmed. We're also out of focus, which I will fix. That looks correct. Okay. So we're a little overwhelmed. We have been full-time content creators basically for the past year or so, or at least since fall of last year.
2020, yeah.
2020. And so we have not been working our serving jobs. Our
Joe jobs, as we would call them as artists in Toronto.
Yes.
But as we told you last week, things have been reopening in our province in Canada, and we are back to bartending and serving and such, and it is killing us.
It's a lot. It's very hard on your body to just be standing and walking all the time. And it's brutal. I worked 12 hours yesterday. I worked 12 hours on my feet, and this morning was difficult.
Yeah.
But now we're eating sushi, and we have a margarita in our tummy, and we're feeling good. We're here with y'all. Let us know if how work has been going with you guys. I don't know if all of you have been working already, because we've been Ontario's
for about 9 months, 8-9 months.
We've been closed for I think the longest in the world. Is that true?
I think so.
Something
or at least
like
in
that.
North America.
At least in North
like
America,
that,
we've been closed for especially restaurants.
Yeah.
So long.
So it's a bit of a shock to go back to having to think about other things and having to be other places. And that's one of the reasons why if you watch our community page, why we are going down to one video a week just for a little while until we can kind of get back into a routine.
Yes. Yeah. So thank you for your patience.
Yeah.
We're sorry that we do have to go down to just one video, but hopefully you understand that we just can't do it.
Yeah.
We just can't. Even one video a week now, I'm like, kind of like losing my mind a little bit. But So that's been going on. And in reopening, we've also been, I'm going to have this king mushroom roll, by the way.
Which one is that one?
It's this one, I think. It's like crispy looking.
I don't really like mushrooms.
Yeah, that's why I decided to maybe eat it. But so also in reopening and not just being in like our little bubbles of humans, we've been meeting a lot of new people. And a lot of new people who are not vegan, who are omnivores. Mom says on vacation.
You're on vacation, Carrie?
Or I don't know. Clarify, please. So, says, just started working again and it killed me. Right? It's shocking. It's brutal going back to it. Catherine says, I'm a teacher in BC and was lucky enough to actually work at school with kids for the whole school year. Amazing.
Wow.
Online school, from what I've heard, I couldn't imagine. But it was also way more stressful, but I'm on vacation now. Love that. I hope that you enjoy your vacation to the fullest. I hope you eat a lot of vegan yums. You are a school teacher is like, that's so important. Clearly.
Hi, Tristan.
You guys are working on YouTube full time and voice acting stuff as well. Yes,
Yeah.
we were doing 2 videos a week and a live stream most recently in the past like month or 2.
Plus TikTok and Instagram.
Our
Patreon,
yes.
our Discord. And you've been voice acting the whole time, and I've been writing and acting, and like on set and stuff, and
just doing the things that we want to do.
Yeah,
and now,
which has been lovely.
Amazing. It's been so nice. We feel so lucky that we were able to do that during the pandemic. But now back to the regular old Joe job.
At least for now. Yeah.
Oh, Mom says she's on vacation.
Okay.
Okay. Love that for you. My mom is retiring in December.
Wow.
So send a little clap emoji or a sushi emoji to congratulate her. Thank God, going to have some of my senior year. Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine having to graduate during this time.
And especially like school programs that were like really like theater school or something that's like really predicated on like liveness.
Yes.
And being in the
being
same
in
room.
person.
Can't imagine.
Yeah.
So difficult.
Props to everyone. You graduated.
I did graduate. I got a master's degree.
You did.
And we only had to do the last month online, which was pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, as Taylor was saying, we have been encountering, obviously, like, we have omnivore friends in our lives, but it's sort of like the boundaries are kind of set with people that exist in your lives, and, like, there's a certain amount of understanding. So it's been interesting having to, be in new situations, or even, like, situations with friends you haven't seen in a while. I know that I've been working at a vegan restaurant, actually, and I've had a couple, like, awkward kind of run-ins with, like, coworkers who are not vegan being kind of aggressive about veganism. Like, something happened at work this week. A table brought in a cake that wasn't vegan, and our manager said, like, I'm sorry, but you can't have that here. Also, like, they didn't warn us that they were bringing a cake, and in restaurants, typically you pay a cake cutting fee if you bring your own cake, just because restaurants sell desserts, of course.
Yes.
You can't just bring your own food without kind of a charge, but also the cake wasn't vegan, so my manager was like, I'm sorry, but like, this is a vegan restaurant, like, we can't have that in here.
You gotta go.
And this one guy like flipped out, that works with me, like, flipped out. He thought it was oppressive.
No.
I was like, bruh, like, you don't have to work at a vegan restaurant if you don't want to.
You can go anywhere else. Tristan says, Taylor, have you ever heard of Critical Role by chance? I, in fact, have, very much so.
What's
I love
that?
Critical Role. It's D&D, but it's the cast is all amazing voice actors.
Oh,
so they get into character and they do the voices and everything,
cool.
and it's so good. And actually, if you're interested, I also have started a Twitch channel with one of my other friends called 1,000 Faces, which is generally the same concept. We aren't doing D&D at the moment, but we're doing Apocalypse World, which is another role-playing game, but it's not with the same exact rules as D&D. And we stream every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time as this on Sunday, so I'll be there in the next 2 days. So if you want to check us out, you can find, there you go, 1,000 Faces TV on Twitch. Usually streams are like 3 hours. And yeah, it's a fun time. So you can come check it out. We also have it on YouTube. So if you want to catch yourself up, we have the first couple sessions on YouTube under the same name. Mm-hmm. So thanks for bringing that up because it was a great little segue into one of my other projects. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, back to interacting with people that we haven't talked with before. It's interesting because I found that I've gotten into this like comfortable way of speaking about my veganism and being kind of knowing how much to say in front of people that I'm familiar with. And so meeting brand new people is so weird because it's like you don't know their opinion on veganism, you don't know how much to say. Yeah. And it can lead to some really uncomfortable situations, and then you try to like for example, we were doing a food tasting for my restaurant because they did a whole new menu for not post-pandemic, but like the new opening. So they did the whole new menu, and there was one vegan dish, and I was like, great, I'm so excited to eat this vegan main dish. And so I bite it, and I turn to the chef and I go, so good, because it was really good. It was like a black bean curry with rice and tofu. And I was like, tastes delicious. This is great. And he goes, as I'm about to take my second bite, goes, oh, it must be all the pork fat I put in it.
But he was joking.
He was joking. It was a joke. But
did he know you were vegan?
Yes. Oh. And so I was like, I rolled with it. I was like, ooh, hoo, hoo, we got a joker here. We got a funny guy. But my management didn't laugh at all. Like, they were offended for me. They were like, why would you say that? Why is that your first impression with one of your coworkers? And my management was like, our goal is to make sure front of house and back of house are like a perfect, like, we're connecting you. You two are going to be, because usually back of house and front of house clash. Yeah. Normally, I'm really good with back of house. Like, I check on them during rushes. I make sure that they have drinks, things like that. Like, I kind of go out of my way to make sure that we're buddies. And so this guy saying that, I was like, you are an asshole. Like, why would, whatever. He was trying to be funny, though. Yeah. To give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. But still, like, Catherine, what is exactly? I was like, about to take another bite, and I was like, it's like that TikTok trend where it's like the music is playing, and then the person goes, and they turn their head, and then they come back, and they're like, put on the mask of, have you seen that?
I don't think so.
It's hard to describe TikTok trends sometimes. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where it's like music, and it's the format is someone says something to you, and your reaction is just a sigh to the side, but you don't show that. Okay. It like changes the camera angle.
I don't think I've seen that.
So it's like him going, "Oh, it must be all the pork fat I put in it," and then the camera angle changes, and I go, yeah, which is my internal reaction, and then it goes back, and I'm like, "You're really funny." Yeah, is my real reaction. Okay. But anyway. Yeah, so that was awkward. And then also I like make jokes or just like reference things from Seaspiracy or drop facts about vegan things, and then people get defensive, and I'm like, I'm just saying the truth.
At my work, we were just like sitting and they had made us some food, and I was like, oh, I'm so grateful that like I work at a vegan place because now I can eat everything, so when like they're testing new dishes, like I can have them. And he was like, oh, like, are you vegetarian or vegan? And I was like, I'm vegan. And he was like, well, I like my, like, immediately defensive, like just me saying I'm vegan. He was like, well, I like my meat, and I'll respect your choice as long as you respect mine. And I was like, okay.
We do not respect your choice.
Okay.
I know what you mean. I had a barbecue with the fam. Sorry, I'm having my thing is formatted weird. Had a barbecue with the fam, and I'm 6-month vegan, so I had to reveal to the family at the barbecue, and man, did the jokes just flow all night about being vegan. I'm so sorry. That sucks. That is super annoying.
But you know what? Now they know. Yeah. And like,
they'll probably. Yeah.
You should just tease them back. You know?
Yeah, just
We've been watching a lot of like Earthling Ed content. I was like about to say Honest Eds again.
Honest Eds.
Earthling Ed content where he like, I don't know, at one point the hunter had said like something about devolving into monkeys or something like that, and Earthling Ed was like, well, at least we won't have like cardiac. Like cardiac issue or whatever. Yeah, I know exactly. Exactly. But I guess it's like, how inflammatory do you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to. I actually recently kind of misstep after a barbecue also with some friends, and got a little heated with one of my friends, and I regret it. But I learned a lot. I'm going to talk more about it in a video coming up, hopefully this Monday. But again, we've been kind of overwhelmed with work, and I do have to still work this weekend, so it might be coming out on Wednesday. Again, we really appreciate your patience. But yes. I swear that's how everyone responds when they say I'm vegan. The guy's reaction to Marley saying she was vegan. Yeah, people just like
our existence.
Yeah. It's like, dude, like whatever. People get so defensive even if we don't even mention their choice. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's almost like they know they're making the wrong choice but can't deal with it.
Well, they do.
So true.
Is the thing.
Ooh, so I'm sorry I just came on the live. What is this sushi made of? I'm happy you asked. Let me see if I can find it. So this is a vegan sushi place called Tenon Sushi in Toronto. We have a California roll, which is made with faux crab and avocado. We have a king mushroom roll, which is like just like fried mushroom. We also have a rainbow roll here. We ate the interesting parts already, sorry, but there was one piece that looked exactly like salmon. And that is made out of seaweed, like a bunch of different seaweed and algae things. So it is omega rich while also looking like salmon already. So we got lots of avocado, fake crab, but not the regular fake crab that's actually made out of fish that they sell at restaurants. It's like actually vegan stuff. So yeah, this is our first time getting a really big platter like this, and it's all very tasty.
Maria Jose, what happened in your city this week? Tell us.
Yeah, we want to hear.
Let's try this dumpling.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the dumplings.
Yeah.
These are dumplings, steamed dumplings in peanut sauce.
They're
slippery.
Slippery, boys.
Oh, Marley.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my
And we got it right in front of the mic, so I hope you're enjoying this.
God.
This ASMR.
Get yours first. Get yours.
Okay. You gotta grip them. They are slippy, though. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Here it is.
Oh, my God.
You can't really
Hi,
see
kitty
it.
lover. Thanks for coming, y'all.
Yeah, thanks for coming to the live. It's sweet. That's very tasty.
yeah.
The peanut's nice and sweet.
Oh, yeah. Cows?
Tons of cows escaped from a slaughterhouse, and they were roaming around, but they took them all back to the slaughterhouse, even when a sanctuary offered to take them in.
Here's some news, though, guys.
Oh.
Some happy and sad news.
That is crazy, though, Marjorie. That's wild.
There's a sanctuary a few hours from Toronto that unfortunately last week had an arson happen. None of the animals died. However, in 2020, there was another arson where several of the animals died in the fire. And this is something that has happened elsewhere in Ontario as well. Like where I'm from near Niagara, it's happened before. It's very sad. I don't really understand it. I don't know who's behind it. My guess is that it's like teenagers who like want to play God and kill things. But who knows?
Yeah.
But we got in contact with the sanctuary and we wanted to visit them and make a donation, and we've wanted to do a sanctuary vlog for a long time, and so they've invited us to come, and we have friends that live in that area that are going to kind of host us and help us film. So yeah, we're planning a trip out there in a couple weeks to meet all their animals.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be...
Yeah, and we'll have links up if you do want to donate to help them rebuild the barns that were lost. You'll be able to do that. But yeah, if there's anything you want to know or like about how sanctuaries operate or anything about the animals, let us know so that we can ask
in the video.
The management in the video.
In the video, yeah. Let us know. You can contact us on our Instagram. Just DM us whatever question it is, and then we'll make sure to ask it when we get there. Excuse me. I have to find out if I can find some vegan sushi near me. Sushi was my favorite before I went vegan. Yay!
Where are you from?
Yeah. Also, a lot of the times, sushi restaurants will have like they're not as exciting as some of the other rolls, but it is an option if you're like have a real craving for sushi. They usually we get our sushis from regular sushi restaurants where it's like avocado cucumber roll, or they'll have like a tofu roll, or
you just have
like
to be
yam
careful
roll.
sometimes with yam rolls because they'll be tempura sometimes, which sometimes have egg.
Yes.
And some places will be willing to remove the egg for you, the egg wash, but some won't.
Yeah.
So you just have to play it by ear.
Yeah.
I had to learn that the hard way. I thought it was vegan for the longest time, and I was getting tempura, and then discovered that there were eggs in it. I know the sanctuary vlog is gonna be so cute.
I'm so excited.
They have goat yoga.
Oh my god, goat yoga.
Yeah. It's gonna be so cute.
Yeah,
I'm
very
gonna
sweet.
cry.
Probably, yeah.
They're gonna have chickens and sheep and goats.
Chickens
and
are so
more.
cute.
And ponies.
Ponies?
Yeah.
Love that. Great. Should we move on to some more
We
stuff?
should. But the game this week, you guys get to decide what it is. So, we thought of a couple of things we've done in the past. So we played Siblings or Dating once, which you guys seem to really like. Do you want us to play Siblings or Dating? Do you want us to do the Book of Questions, where we ask kind of like deep questions to each other and see what the answers are? Or do you just want to like straight up ask us like rapid fire questions? Let us know.
Let us know.
We'll get to that eventually. Okay.
Okay. Let's see some things. I'm from Hawaii, but I'm going to school in Omaha, Nebraska.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Hawaii. You've been to Hawaii.
I have been to Hawaii, and it was very lovely. Where are you?
What island?
Yeah, what island are you from? Oh, I dropped my chopstick.
What island have you been to?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I went to Kauai. It was very chill. OMG, I didn't know tempura had egg in it. Some of it does, some of it doesn't. So, just
You gotta ask.
Yeah, you gotta ask. Alrighty. Shall we talk about Canada Goose? So, I don't know if Canada Goose... Is Canada Goose popular outside of Canada? So, do you want to give them the run? I guess you have a mouthful of sushi at the moment. So, options 2 or 3 sound like fun. Okay, so that's either the questions or y'all ask questions. Love that. Okay. So, Canada Goose, as probably a lot of you know, is a coat company.
Parkas, yeah.
And they are infamous for killing coyotes and using real down, like real fur and real down in their products. And we have a little bit of a win on this end. If you want to talk about it.
We do. So yeah, they have decided to go fur free, which is amazing. I've been looking at the comment sections of like various news articles on this, and some people are like, they're gonna lose. Well, they should be happy losing customers because faux fur is crap. And it's just like, guys. My first thought on this is, so one of my older serving jobs was in a hotel restaurant that you've worked at as well. And it was connected to Toronto's main conference center. So we would oftentimes host a lot of companies like Google, Microsoft, all kinds of big companies. And it was really interesting because you get to see kind of the company's culture, like what all these people behave like, sort of like what do they have in common, what type of people does this company hire. So we hosted Canada Goose one year, and they were from across the world, like representatives from various countries, various ethnicities, various cultures, and they were across the board the most awful humans I've ever met. Our whole staff was like so demoralized. And our friend Amir, I was even talking, he unprompted brought that up to me yesterday when I posted about Canada Goose. He was like, remember when they came to the hotel? They were the worst.
What kind of horrible things did they do?
Oh, horribly rude, like didn't treat any of the staff like humans.
Whoa.
It was a lot. They were by far the worst company we ever had.
Oh, no.
But this is great. However, I certainly will not, as a vegan, not be purchasing these products until they stop using down.
Yeah. They are still using down.
If you don't know much about down, we do have a video from the winter time about down wool,
like
leather.
outerwear.
Outerwear,
pretty
essentially.
much.
Yeah, it's called like Vegan Outerwear 101.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of go into like why down is so unethical, because a
Mhm.
lot of people like who are uneducated on the topic will try to tell you that it's not unethical. It totally is. They get very harmed.
Same with wool as well.
Yeah.
People think of sheep's wool as something that is cruelty free because all they have to do is shave the animal, but because of selective breeding practices as well as just the commodification of the animals leads to like really harmful shearing practices that hurt the animals and like make them bleed and stuff. So check out that video if you want to hear more. What is everyone's? Oh, and our friend from Oahu, can you tell us how to pronounce your name? Because I'd love to know that.
Yeah.
Such a win. Are they keeping it down though? Yes, keeping it down. Yeah, they're keeping it down, unfortunately. Yeah. So
Wuxley Movement made a funny post about Canada Goose. So Wuxley Movement is another Canadian outerwear brand.
Let me find it.
They are. Are you finding the post?
No, I'll just find the Wuxley.
They are just like really high quality vegan outerwear. And they made a post that says, "Hey Canada Goose, we look forward to welcoming you to the Fur Free Club in 2023. If you want any tips on how to go down free, drop us a line."
Love it.
Hashtag vegan since we began.
I love it. Yeah. This is their product. This is their product. Let's give them a bit of a platform. This is them here. It is very similar, I would say, to Canada Goose.
Aesthetically,
Aesthetically. So you can see, let's just click on this because it's relevant to us. Look at that. Beautiful. Dana or Dana? Look at this. It's very warm. This one, it looks very nice.
And if
clearly
you watch
very
our video,
expensive,
we'll tell you more about it. But they do have a good like trade-in program as well, where you can like trade in an older. They'll take certain models of their own jackets, but also jackets from other companies, and they will repurpose them, or they'll donate certain parts of the furs and stuff to animal shelters where like baby animals need like some fur for comfort, essentially. So yeah, check them out. It's very sweet.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Dana. Like Dana. Thank you. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. So win, a step in the right direction, but
not
can't
far
forget
enough
about not
yet.
Far enough yet. Not at all.
No.
All right. Okay. Oh, and also recently in Toronto, there has been, y'all know invasive species, right? Invasive, yeah, it's brutal. So, in Canada, we have apparently a ton of caterpillars that come every 10 years or so. Right now it's something called the gypsy moth, or sorry, gypsy moth or gypsy caterpillar.
Yeah.
And the sometimes it's army worms. I don't know if they're the same thing. They look kind of similar to me. Hard to say. Anyway, this is one of their boosted years. So these little caterpillars, which are like this. Here, let me pull up the thing actually, because I have a picture of them right there. These caterpillars are eating like all the foliage everywhere. Apparently, one little caterpillar can eat, I think, a square meter. What is it?
A caterpillar can eat about
one square meter of leaves as it goes from, so, and there's tons. It's a lot. And so there's tons of these little guys running around.
Like tons. Like there are all these TikToks of people showing like these caterpillars covering like an entire tree.
Yes.
Like covering an entire tree.
So it's really brutal. It's really bad for the ecosystem. We don't love it. And apparently these guys were brought over by a French man, I assume, entomologist in 1860 to be bred with silkworms. Like, why did you even bring it over here?
He messed up, man.
He messed up big time. So I see we have some comments here. I don't know if you guys are into fashion, but I'd love to see your wardrobes. Your outfits are always popping. Thank you. That's very nice.
We can come back to that.
Yeah, we will. The gypsy moths are everywhere. They are. It's brutal.
Tristan, are you Canadian? Let us know.
Yeah, where are you from? Toronto? Ontario? Yes, these are very bad for vegetation. Army worms are a general term for invasive caterpillars. Oh, I didn't know that.
Thanks, Carrie.
Thanks, Mama. So, so this is going on, and it got me to thinking, because a lot of my friends their like parents' properties are getting ruined, or just generally the ecosystem is being harmed. And it brought into my mind kind of the ethics of invasive species. Like, because so many people were like, oh, squish them as soon as you see them. And as a vegan, I had to look at it like, is it our place to be killing these creatures? And I wanted to hear what you guys thought as well, because it's an interesting, I guess, thought experiment, or I don't know. It's interesting to think about, because we kind of started it. We kind of started this big mess. And I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you have a
I don't know.
a stance?
I think that if they're harming the ecosystem, like there may be like it may be required to kill them. I don't know.
Yeah. That makes sense to me, because when you weigh the two, it's either this invasive species or the current ecosystem. So I think objectively you should put the current ecosystem above these invasive species, even though it's not these species' fault that they're even here, because we're the ones that brought them over. So it's difficult. Dana says, why, like, where do you draw the line? Exactly. This is a struggle for me. See, and I think like in Australia as well, like it's brutal there. You want to be able to conserve the ecosystem, but I don't know, just like killing a bunch of animals just for existing in a place where they happen to have a I guess a step up, would that be the term, or an advantage over the rest of the animals there. It's difficult, and maybe that's just like a hard truth we have to accept. I don't know. If anyone has any different opinions, I'd love to hear it. Is there a realistic way to relocate a bunch of bugs? Probably Definitely not. I would say no. And then the other issue is, and then I guess just also thinking along these same lines, is that humans are sort of an invasive species as well, aren't we?
In certain places.
In certain places. Like when we went to Australia, fun fact, if you guys have read Sapien, which is a really great book, I would definitely recommend it. It's about how humans developed from where we started, pretty much. And they talk about how from, I believe it's from Southeast Asia, we boated down to Australia and then killed like 90% of the megafauna. So there was like giant kangaroos, giant wombats, like these huge, there was a marsupial lion that lived there, all kinds of bears, giant snakes, all kinds of stuff. And we just wiped them out because they had no idea that these weird like ape things were going to come and spear them with tools and things. And so, so we decimated not that, you know what I mean? Like it's just interesting, I suppose. Dana says these caterpillars don't have predators. No, they came over from France, I guess. So, none of the, and it's weird that they come in bursts as well. Like every 10 years, there's so many of them.
Interesting.
Yeah, right? You'd think that because we have so many birds here. Why aren't the birds eating them? But maybe there's just too many to eat. I don't know. Hard to say. Catherine, because the problem with invasive species we've created by how human acts activities with those, and I get that they are live beings, but they all harm a lot of native species. Trees are the ecosystem, so many other things, though. If the gypsy moths have their way, they could destroy the trees, and effect that would be way worse than us killing them. I know it's a big problem in New Zealand, and it endangers a lot of the native bird species. Oh, interesting. Sometimes I'm embarrassed to be a human. I relate to that. So I definitely think it's terrible, but I guess it's a necessary thing that we have to do is kind of take care of the hole that we dug ourselves into. Humans are the cause of all problems. Although I think most people just put duct tape or whatever on their trees. There's ways to combat it.
Burlap and
in this article that we pulled up, it's burlap and like soapy tape. I think if you tape around the tree and then you put dish soap on it, they kind of slip off so they can't actually reach the things. Sense. Which I remember as a kid, there was bad armyworms and we did that. But just an interesting, like something I was thinking about. I was like, some food for thought for sure. And we appreciate your guys' input as well.
Do we want to touch on Kitty Lover's question or comment about clothing?
Oh yeah. What was it again? It was.
Well, she was complimenting us on our
Oh,
clothing.
thank you so
I
much.
guess we could do we've never really done a whole video.
No, a whole like here's my wardrobe thing.
We heavily thrift.
I don't thrift as much as you do. But
Well, you don't have yeah.
Yeah.
Most of my clothes are thrifted.
I think your wardrobe would be better to look at than mine, just because I'm a mess. And Marley's very organized, so I think that we could do like...
I have a really cool closet. I have a walk-in closet, and it's very fun.
And Marley also gets clothings from shoots.
Oh
that
yeah,
she's
from TV
film.
Yeah,
from TV.
So I have a lot of like cool pieces that are like designer that I would never have bought myself.
Yeah.
This is Taylor's boyfriend made this. He just released a line of t-shirts. I have it tied up. It's a men's large, but it's really cute.
Show the back. You can check them out. I'll put it in the chat. I have to sign in.
See that? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can. Stand up a little bit. There you go. Tiger Milk. So he has a brand called Tiger Milk. I'm gonna comment it in the thing if you guys are interested, because he's still taking some pre-orders. He's almost about to sell out, but if you're interested, he does send them places.
Yeah, he has a couple different designs that he's doing right now. But we are also, I know we talk about our sweatshirts, our Vegan Yums University sweatshirts all the time, but we are finally aiming at like launching a pre-order by the end of next week.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing a giveaway for one at next week's stream, which is my birthday stream.
Yes.
To anyone, like it will be open to anyone in the world. We'll ship it wherever we have to ship it to.
We'll do it.
But yeah, we'll be releasing them, and we'll be doing the same thing as he's doing. We're going to do pre-orders.
Yeah. Which will close the next week.
Yeah.
So you have a week, which isn't a lot of time, but this is our first time doing it, so this is kind of a test.
Yeah.
So you have 1 week to DM us on Instagram.
Yeah.
When the pre-orders open, which is next week, and we'll tell you where to send the money for it, and then we'll write your name down, and then we'll send it to you to the address you provide us.
And we'll be putting up more photos and stuff, and
yes, so you can kind of get an idea of the colors and things like that.
Yeah.
And did you talk about the giveaway?
I just did.
Oh yeah, you did. Sorry, I was commenting in the chat.
Yeah.
So, great. You guys have been chatting up a storm.
Oh, yeah.
Dana says, this is why I'm not against Thanos. Not meant as a gotcha question, but would you extend this kind of thinking to things like feral cats that are really damaging to native species?
I don't know if I would.
If they're, it's hard. Like
it's speciesist of me.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, if it is damaging the native species, and it makes sense, but it would cause a lot of outrage to a lot of people who aren't vegan as well.
Yeah.
Because we think of cats differently, which is speciesist.
Yeah.
That's an excellent question. Thank you for asking it. Also, I follow a few wildlife educators like Jaunting J on Instagram. They're vegan, and they talk about that sometimes. It's worth it to check out their account. I will check that out. Thank you for letting us know, Catherine. Mom says soap kills them. Good to know. Oh, yeah, because usually that's how you get rid of, like, fruit flies and stuff, too, hey? Oh, yeah, feral cats are actually the first cause of loss of bird population in North America. I always tell people to keep their cat indoors. Recently, I've been into vintage pieces on Depop. I'd be interested in checking that out. Super cool. Okay. Will you post it on the community page too for all those who don't have Insta? Definitely, Emily. That is an excellent suggestion, and thank you for suggesting it. Our cat has definitely decreased the chipmunk population.
Oh.
Yeah, same with my mom's cat. Yes, they're ferocious little carnivores.
Yeah.
Great. So, we have 15 minutes left. Do you want to play Book of Questions?
Let's do Book of Questions.
Let's do Book of Questions, my friends.
And if you have any questions, write them in the chat and we'll
let
answer
us
those too.
know. I haven't pulled this up yet. I should do it over here.
Book of Questions PDF.
Book of Questions. Do you want to give the backstory for anyone who maybe doesn't know?
So, we've done Book of Questions before on here. Basically, our friend group discovered Book of Questions a few years ago. Our good friend Evelyn, who is on Taylor's 1000 Faces stream, finds great things on the side of the road. She always has. That's just who she is as a person. She finds things on the road. She found this book called The Book of Questions. And essentially it's this book of like pretty deep questions that really get you thinking. And basically in our friend group, it became a really great way to like cultivate like more intimacy and closeness between your friendships and just like get to know everybody better. They're also really good like icebreakers. And sometimes they're really weird because they were written in the 80s. Like there's one question in one of the earlier, because I have an earlier edition that asks like if your friend had AIDS, like would you still be friends with them?
Oh.
Yeah, so a little problematic sometimes. But I think that question was probably edited out of the new version. My aunt asked me to help her breed her puppy. No.
Oh, don't do that.
No. Looking forward to the merch.
Woo! Okay, here we go. I think... Here we go. Okay, so pick any number. Between, like, what? Like, 1 and, like, 200 or something? How many questions are in here?
I'll pick a number while they're picking, because of the delay. It'll take a while. So I'll pick a number 210.
210. Okay. If you guys have any numbers, let us know.
Or questions, let us know.
Yeah. Okay, 210.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you more of a dog person or a cat person? Why?
Oh, this is a great question for me. I am absolutely a cat person.
Easily.
Most of my friends would describe me as a cat. If I had to pick what animal I am most like, I am cat-like. I like doing my own thing, except for when I don't want to, and then I can be like very bubbly when I want to be, but it has to be on my terms.
Yes.
I also typically don't like physical contact, except with like very specific people. So I'm kind of like a cat, and how a cat like won't like pets from like Piper, like my cat. Really hates pets from everyone except for Suzanne, and then sometimes me very specifically. And I think that like I'm one of those like toilet paper cats, like white, like blue-eyed.
Oh yeah, the big like Persian
fluffy cats.
Yeah,
That's just like
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Tristan's a dog person 100%. Love that. I don't know what I am.
I don't know.
I like dogs. I think
Yeah.
that I, as a person, am probably more like a dog than a cat. Yeah.
I like dogs and cats, but I definitely, like, if I had to pick one that I could only have one pet for the rest of my life, I would pick a cat for sure. I just think they're so funny.
They're so nice, and they're so, like, easy to take care of,
Yeah.
I guess, in comparison.
Okay, let's go to 57.
57.
For your question.
Okay. What's your favorite kind of candy? For me, honestly, I like Oreos. I like the birthday cake Oreos. They taste like vanilla sprinkle Dunkaroos.
Yeah, I love those too.
It's nostalgic and delicious.
Okay.
Dana says the number of people live in the live stream. So 13.
Okay.
We're going to 13 for Marley. Should I... Here, maybe I'll show you the question as well. Do you guys like this better? Okay, 13. Oh, Oscar says, what do you feed the cat?
Oh, Piper is a carnivore.
Cats can only get a certain kind of vitamin A that can actually only be found in animal protein.
She eats tuna. She likes pumpkin tuna specifically.
Okay. 13. Yeah. What do you do if you can't sleep at night?
Oh man, just suffer.
Just suffer.
Just fucking suffer. I take Herbaland Sleep Gummies, Sleep Max Gummies.
Ooh.
Code VeganYums 15 for 15% off. They work like a charm. Very rarely would I like watch something, but like typically if I can't sleep, I just suffer until I do.
Yeah. I do the same thing. I'll like take a melatonin.
Yeah.
I'll take a melatonin.
Yeah.
If
Oreos count as golden Oreos are really good too.
Yeah. Dana says 100% dark chocolate. Wait, are you saying 100% you would choose dark chocolate, or you eat 100% dark chocolate? That's very dark chocolate.
There are vegan cat foods.
I'll have to look into that because I was not aware of those. Marge ASMR,
Oh,
me
that's a good
too.
idea.
I love ASMR.
Yeah.
Who do you listen to ASMR wise?
Oscar, do you have a cat, and do they eat vegan cat
Yeah.
food? And what is your experience with it, if so?
Let us know.
Okay, let's go to the last question.
Ooh.
Pablo says the last question.
Okay. Dana says, I read, that knocks me out. Tristan, cats cannot survive on a vegan diet. That is also what I have. Sorry, I'm being a little bit too loud. But yeah, that's also what I've heard. But cats are carnivores. They can't be vegan. It's bad for their health. What about synthetic nutrients? I don't know anything about synthetic nutrients.
Yeah, we're just gonna be honest and say that we don't actually.
Yeah, we don't have enough information.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Pablo said last question.
Yeah.
Where is it?
No. They'll go to the last question.
Oh, the very last question.
Yeah.
We're scrolling. We're rolling and scrolling.
I think there are 1,001 or something like that. You guys gotta pick a higher number.
Yeah, pick some higher numbers.
Okay,
babies.
we went past it.
Oops.
For sure. Oh man.
Okay,
Okay,
question.
If you could ask God one question and you knew he would answer right away, what would it be?
Oh my gosh.
Assuming that there is a God.
Yes.
There's one God and they exist.
And they exist. That is
the creator of the universe, or the creators of the universe.
Yes.
The aliens.
The aliens.
What would you ask
the programmers of the simulation. Oscar does not have a cat. That's hard. I don't know. I am happy to just know what I, as a tiny insignificant dot on this earth, know already, or can learn within my grasp. Like, I don't know if wouldn't I go like mad if I actually learned something that is beyond the conceptualization of our tiny ape minds?
I would ask if so I firmly believe in reincarnation, and I would ask if that they would allow me to like keep my memory of this life into the next.
Ooh, I didn't know you could do like a request.
Well, I don't know. I'm doing whatever I want.
Go watch Ancient
Am I
Aliens.
gonna get the career?
Ooh, am I gonna get the career that I want? I like that.
That's a good question.
But then what do you do if they say no?
How is it justifiable to kill animals to take care of a cat? You have a point, Oscar.
But also, if you're taking care of the animal, do you not have the duty to take care of it so that it doesn't die?
How do I save the cows?
Oh,
Tristan, I know.
That's a really good question.
How do we save the cows?
What would I ask? I don't think I could answer this. I would have to think about it for a longer time than what we can afford to give you on the live stream. But if I think of something, I'll let y'all know.
My question would be, why did you create spiders?
Why did you create
It's true. It's true, Pablo. I don't understand.
They're so scary.
They're icky.
Any more questions?
Why don't they try to interfere to fix all emergency? I think that we are here to learn certain lessons, each of us,
in each life,
and if we don't, we just keep going
until we've
won the game.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
there are pet food brands that are more eco-friendly and have less cruel practices. It is, yeah. Oscar is asking some really great questions. We would have to look into it because I myself do not have a pet, so
we could make a pet. We could make a video.
We could definitely make a video. Look more into it for sure. Do we have any more questions?
Any more cues? I know someone asked for 167, but we're so close that I might just, like, to the down part, I might just go. Okay, I'll pick 967.
Okay.
Oh. What reasons do you think Christianity gives for its assertion that Jesus is the only way to God? Maybe it's that, well, okay, listen. I'm an ex-Catholic. And I'm not an ex-Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I feel like Jesus is a personification of... I don't know. Because, like, if you're trying to pick out some, like, good things from the Bible, Jesus was obviously, like, a radical who was known for being charitable, was known for loving all people, and I think that's I don't fucking know about religion.
I don't know anything.
Christianity freaks me out, too. Like, I'm just so scarred by my years at Catholic school, doing weird stuff at Catholic school. So...
Would you want to talk about that?
Well, no, it's just stuff like having to do confession, like having to be in, like, a confession box with, like, an old man being like, I'm sorry that I didn't listen to my parents. I'm sorry that I like having to confess your sins of just like making mistakes as a child and like because Christianity and Catholicism are so predicated on guilt and shame.
Yeah.
That I just think they're very problematic, and I think that Catholic school, and especially I don't know. There are some Canadians watching, but for all of the rest of you, there have been some very upsetting discoveries that are not necessarily discoveries because the Indigenous community has known about them for ages.
And we've been taught about residential schools in our history briefly in our history classes, and we know like.
Well, let's say what it is.
It's
the bodies of over 1,000 young Indigenous children have been found on residential school properties.
In unmarked graves.
In unmarked graves all over the country recently.
Yes, and the significance of the unmarked graves is that these are unrecorded deaths, which means the Pope, or not the popes, oh my god, the priests and the nuns who ran these schools would log the deaths of like natural deaths, if you can call them that, of like disease or things of that nature, I guess, or like accidents. And so these unmarked graves, we don't know how these children died, but it's likely through
neglect, abuse.
Exactly.
Yeah. Residential schools were erected to essentially assimilate and indoctrinate Indigenous children into Western
culture
standards.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I'm actually Buddhist, so I don't have a question. Cool. Very cool. The Old Testament Hebrew Bible is the reason Christianity claims Jesus is God and the only way. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's been a weird time in Canada, especially with Canada Day coming up on July 1st, and we're likely to be hearing about more children being found. Because they're now searching the properties of all these residential schools.
Yes, which it's about time.
Yeah.
The last, this sounds like maybe it's something that happened a very long time ago, but the last residential school was closed in 1996. So not very long ago were these things in practice. And I grew up in an area that had a lot of First Nations people, and I would hear about it from people that I knew who lived on the reserve, and our First Nations people talking about their grandparents and their parents' experiences.
But it's so normalized to just ignore.
And just be like, that's something that happened already. Yeah. And it's caused so much trauma, and it's something that's visible, like we see it. I'm going to school for pharmacy, but when I was accepted to school, I didn't think about animal experiments, and reading these reports really hurt my heart, and I can't help feeling like I'm contributing. I see what you mean. There was debates around the vaccine even about because it had been tested on animals, should you get the vaccine, is it vegan? And we argue that if it's for it's difficult. The vaccine's it is a very difficult question, and I guess it's something that we would have to look more into to talk about it, but I would definitely say that your health is a priority, and if it's something that it's like life or death for you, or if it's something that would help your quality of life improve a lot more, then that's something that I guess you have to decide for yourself. But I know for me, I would, take the medication that I needed. But yeah, that's very difficult. Maybe when lab grown meat has improved more, then maybe we can even I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything.
We don't know anything.
But if we grew hearts or something, and then could experiment on these hearts, or grow lungs and then see what happens, or skin and then test things on this human skin that we've grown in a lab, I think that would be a solution. But again, I don't know anything.
Emily says, does Canada have reservations? It does.
Yes.
And they are of varying quality.
Yeah, there's some really horrible ones. We used to have to, there was one time when all of the water froze in a reserve that was north of the hometown that I grew up in. All of their water froze, so they had no running water, and their pipes burst, and so it flooded. And they had to come down, and they were hosted in all of our hotels for about a month or two while their reserve was being repaired.
There's a great doc called Confederation Road, which is based on a road in your hometown.
Yes.
And in it, they talk about how this
Colonization Road is what it's called.
Colonization Road.
Yeah.
They talk about this one community that doesn't have any access to water.
Yeah.
And then, ironically, the city of Manitoba, not the city of Manitoba, the city
Province.
of Winnipeg, was building a water pipe through this community.
I haven't watched it in a long time. That's shocking. Go check it out. Colonization Road. There's also a really great podcast called Thunder Bay, named after the city, Thunder Bay, where an Ojibwe comedian goes and he talks about just kind of the like absurdity of the city, like the mayor, the not conspiracy, the corruption of the mayor, and how all these First Nations people are being brought down from far northern reserves, flown down to go to school in Thunder Bay, and are being mistreated by and killed in the city because it's such a foreign environment, and there's no support system for these kids coming down. So I would recommend listening to that because you gotta know more, baby. Yes, I agree with you 100%. I went to a Catholic school, but I'm not religious. We had a specific class that we had to take in high school about learning about Indigenous history. Same since 7th sense. Does Canada have yes, the reservation system was actually created before the Confederation in 1867. Vaccines sometimes also have eggs in them. And the residential school system, yes, yeah. Till 1996. There are communities that still don't have running water today. Yeah. I know they do these experiments to make sure it's safe for humans and animals. These animals don't deserve the treatment, and it would be controversial to use convicts on death row. Yeah, it totally would. It's hard. I think that we just have to kind of innovate a new way of, like I said, like growing skin. But again, you would probably know better than I would if that is something that's feasible. But yeah, anyway, kind of a sad note to leave it off on.
A heavy note, for sure.
Yeah, these conversation starters. Yeah. Book of questions, guys, I tell you.
You guys have been chatty today, very, very chatty.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Definitely come back because it is my birthday. From the Ashes is a great book.
I will write that down. Thank you, Catherine.
Very cool. So next Friday is my birthday. It is my actual birthday day.
Yes.
And we are going to do a bit of a live stream extravaganza. We will be doing the shirt giveaway. We will be having our good friend VB on. She will be singing Happy Birthday to Me, and she will be singing one of her songs.
Original songs.
Which is amazing. The song is a bop.
Yeah, so good.
And we've got some fun stuff planned, so definitely come back next week if you're available.
Yes, please do. And speaking of VB, she's actually live on Twitch, so if you have Twitch, go check out She's VB.
Right now.
I will write it in the chat. She's VB.
Twitch.tv.
Yeah, twitch.tv /
She's VB.
.tv / She's VB.
And as we said, the next video is Taylor's cottage vlog, which will be out either on Monday or Wednesday, depending on how our crazy lives go.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching, buddies. We'll see you next week. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, check us out on all our platforms, and as always, be